Hi everyone, welcome to Pathways of Hope. My name is Tree and I'll be guiding us through today's reflection. Blessed are those slaves whom the Master will find on the alert when he comes. Truly I say to you that he will gird himself to serve and have them recline at the table and will come up and wait on them. This is the verse that really stood out to me from today's gospel, and upon reading it, I think the Lord may be asking us one thing, which is, are we expecting His coming? Are we really living on the alert or on watch? And in being expectant of His coming, what do we actually expect to see? Like, what kind of God do we think we're going to be face to face with when He comes again? So in reflecting on that, I believe that the Lord is pointing us to just a few things. And the first is, again, with the idea of being vigilant or watchful. We might be reminded of the agony in the garden, that very moment when Jesus was warning or telling his disciples to stay on watch, to pray, to stay awake and to pray, to guard against temptation. And in the same light, in the same spirit that he has told his disciples to be on the watch and pray, the Lord is calling us to do the same thing. That as we wait for His coming, we're not falling asleep spiritually. We're not living as though we had all the time in the world to live our lives, but rather, like, really taking every day as the chance to be on the alert, to be vigilant, to live as though He were to come in the very next hour. And that means praying. That means communicating with Him all the time, giving Him thanks, giving Him praise, seeking for His help, seeking for all the graces, really just praying, always praying. And secondly, with the question of what do we expect when we think of Christ coming again, it's a good thing to reflect on, because if our image or our expectation is this big scary God, then maybe we won't be so motivated to be vigilant or to be prayerful. But if our vision or if our expectation of Christ's coming looks more like how He describes it to be, which is that He Himself will serve us, then that changes the entire tone of this verse, or that changes our expectation. Because instead of waiting for a king who is distant or cold, or a king who's just seated on the throne and doesn't care about his servants, and instead like expecting a personal God who Himself will serve His servants, we might feel so hopeful and excited, because as we pray, as we remain vigilant and on the watch, the God that we look forward to seeing is a God who is a friend to us, who is a servant to us. So those two things, let's remain vigilant, let's remain prayerful, and as we remain watchful of the Lord's coming, let's look forward to seeing a God whom we personally know and who personally knows us. May this reflection bless you, brothers and sisters, and may we all together remain vigilant and expectant of Christ's coming. Let's not be afraid of it or terrified, but let's be hopeful and really strive to be as close to the Lord as we possibly can.